This is a public service announcement from 5 to 5 Incorporated!
That's right, Throwback Rum from 2012. This PSA is to inform you that whatever is said here in the 525 Live podcast is the opinion of the guest, not the host or the show. We here at 525 Live want our guests to feel free in expressing themselves in order to give an entertaining podcast for you and a therapeutic experience for them. If you don't like what they said, take it up with them, not the show. You know who you are. Now, without further ado...
Yo, sit back, relax, catch a contact.
Bear witness to some biblical shit.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 525 Live podcast. I am Sean Nova, the voice of pretty much every goddamn thing. Here today, my guest is the current FAM member, former team member of Afterlife with K and Sick Indie Head. Recently had a huge feud with Two Twisted Merk, the former two-time global champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Anarchymus, how are you doing?
What up, peeps? I'm doing fine.
All right, that's pretty cool. I always said that one day, you might be the man that kills me because your voice is very intimidating. But right now, you seem like you're in a good mood and everything like that. Am I correct in assuming so?
Yeah, I feel fine. I just defended my thesis in the university. I got my bachelor's degree. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like killing these days. So you're fine.
How long have you been working on getting your bachelor's degree? I don't know if it's different than America, so.
Yeah. Usually it takes 4 years, but for me it took 5 years. Yeah, I had to take like a year off university. Because of life stuff. So, but yeah, I finally got it.
Sometimes it's good to take a year off, just come back with a fresher head and fresher pair of eyes and shit, so you can know, pretty much everything comes out new, and then you have a different way of going about things. I dig it. Yeah.
I've heard about like a leap year in the United States. You have this thing.
Oh, what? And it's only an American thing?
I don't know. Like if you, it's pretty weird in Russia because if you're a boy, like a man, say you gotta serve in army if you don't study. So if you don't want to go to army, you have to go to university right after the school. So.
I can kind of appreciate that because it forces you to better yourself in any way, whether it's physically with the army or mentally with school and stuff. So I could respect that. Yeah.
I can argue about going to army because I don't want to do it, but
right.
Yeah.
A lot more people will go to college if it was like that over here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I went to college before, but I dropped out because it just wasn't for me. But it's whatever. I think. What do you have to complete college, or do you could just join and drop out?
Well, you mean not to go to army?
Right.
Yeah, but it's this thing like you have to serve until you are, I guess, 27. So yeah, you can study until you are 27, and then you're fine. But if you drop off, they can take you.
Right. You might as well just complete it then if you're gonna be there to 27. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm 22 right now.
Okay, very young.
Yeah, I'm gonna study for another 2 years, I guess, to get a master's degree.
Mm.
Yeah, but after that, I have 3 years, and they can take me after that. So I'm not sure about what I'm gonna do, but there is ways not to go because it's like Russia,
Right.
It's a very corrupt and dirty country.
Speaking of Russia and corruption and everything like that, well, they're not corrupt. Whoever's listening right now, any inside knowledge that you can help me out here? Is any way that you guys kind of fix the American election here? Because I really need someone to shed light on the situation.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's more like a meme among Russian people. Yeah. It's
so do you guys look at us differently or anything like that?
Yeah, it's like fake news, I guess. No one pays attention to this. Like we have a joke about I don't know, always go head to head with America and everything. Like they are our enemy.
Like it's the Cold War all over again and stuff.
Yeah. Not like a literal war, but I don't know. It's like it's like more of a joke right now. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I tell you, it's a very unique situation over here. It's nothing too bad yet, but it's one of those things where like I don't want to say anticipation, but more of the worry that it might happen. You know, like it's just like just anything, whether it from foreign or domestic, where it's going to be something that's going to be a huge problem. So we don't know if it's going to be from Russia or from North Korea or even from here, because the way Trump is, we're just just very, very on edge, especially as an adult like me. I'm 31 years old, so I'm really worried. My sister's not worried that much, which she shouldn't because she's 12. But a lot of people that listen here, I don't think they're really that much worried because they're like 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever.
Okay, you're talking like real war?
Well, yeah, sometimes because the way that, Trump is, my personal fear is I don't want us to go into war because of something that he tweeted. And that's just one of those things that I'm really nervous about, because the things that he says on Twitter is just like, how has nothing happened yet, I remember when President Obama was in office, and he didn't have a personal Twitter account. The only thing he had was the presidential account, and I don't even think he was allowed to handle that. So the fact that Donald Trump has his own Twitter account and the presidential account, and he's tweeting from it like it's all great, no what do you call it? No diplomacy, no nothing, no thinking before you tweet. That's I think it's a problem, especially with this day and age. Because you see how many times, look at this community where someone tweets out a certain thing, and it automatically causes so much drama, and they're getting into so much fucking shit over a fucking video game. Let's just imagine that on a grand scale when it comes down to national security. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I'm just worried about it, because everybody makes mistakes, and Trump makes more mistakes than he cares to admit. But enough about that. Let's talk about something more uplifting.
Yeah.
Right. Usually, my first question when it comes down to this interviews is how someone started off in this community.
Yeah.
I know that you started off in FEM very, not too long before me, but you did before me because of the whole
I think
the tryouts and everything like that, right?
Around the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, about maybe a month or two before me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember there was a whole big tryout, and I had dropped the ball with the tryouts because of my... Well, I don't want to shift the blame or anything like that, but it was just a situation I was in that I couldn't control, so that's why I was on the waiting list. But you automatically went through, right?
Yeah.
So what was the process of that? Because I wasn't there when you got tried out, so how was that all about?
Oh, so we had a chat room on PlayStation 3. I remember that. There were a lot of people talking shit, I guess. Yeah.
Naturally.
So yeah, I had a couple of matches with people from tryouts, and Merk was the judge. He was a manager for those matches.
All right.
Yeah. So I think I had a match with someone from maybe familiar people that are in community now, but I can't confirm that. But the last match that I had during tryouts was against the Gothic Nightmare, or Kai, yeah. So
ended up being your tag team partner in Afterlife, which is awesome.
Yeah, so we had a long ass match. I remember that connection was shitty during that time, and I didn't know how to kick out properly. But during that match, I kicked out out of every finish. So and Gothic Nightmare, he did the same thing. So Merk, he took the chair. I remember him messaging me, just disqualify yourself, dude. Stop it. It's too long. But then Merk was our you can say judge of our match, and then he brought us into FAM as a team, straight. He thought that we have a similar style in our cause, so he brought us as a team.
Yeah, that's amazing, because when it came down to my tryout, right, I had a similar situation where, because the whole general idea about FAM was, at that time, was that it was extremely competitive, especially with the whole clan wars thing with MOD, EOE,
Bloods
LNOP,
versus
all
Creeps.
those, Right. So like, and yeah, a lot of people record like, oh yeah, I beat you, so that means my clan's better than your clan, all this other shit, right? So a lot of the times, I figured it was just straight up competitive. I'm gonna play to win, and that's it. So when I was playing against my opponent, I think his name was Chaos, not the one that everybody knows, is someone that left the community a long time ago. KAOS or whatever, right? Anyway. But
I like
me and him would just refuse the job. It was just like, all right, fine, we're gonna have this match. It's gonna be dragged out. We end up kicking out of everything. And then Andy Badwell was the one that was watching our match. He was the one in there. I think he was was he special ref or manager or whatever, where he was there interacting with the match and watching the match and whatever. So it got to a point where the match was going on too long, like a good maybe 20 minutes, half hour, like longer than it really should have. And he just got sick and tired of it and grabbed the chair, just like how you said with Merk. He threw it in the ring and expected one of us to use it. Mm-hmm. So this guy, Chaos, he grabs the chair and for some fucking odd reason hits Andy with the chair. and then tries to hit me. And then, of course, he hits me. I kick out of it. And Andy just got sick of it and just came in and started fucking him up. So I have it recorded. I should upload it. It's long. I have it in my external hard drive. But one day, I'll upload it. But it was just a funny experience.
I think I've heard this story before, like maybe on Merk's podcasts, I think.
Right, yeah, I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just a funny experience in contrast because you just mentioned how it's a similar thing, but Merk was more, I guess, more forgiving when that came to that situation than Andy was. Nothing against Andy, I would have been pissed off too. But, so.
Yeah.
But after that, you did Afterlife with Kay and everything, and then later down the road, things broke off with Kay, and Kay had to leave FAM for a little bit. Situations I don't feel like talking about. I don't think you feel like talking about either. But it was just a situation that was unfortunate. But then Sick and Head came through. Well, he joined around the same time I did, but then you guys, I guess you guys had a similar type of mentality when it came down to your gimmicks and all that other stuff, and formed a tag team with the same name of Afterlife, and you guys went on to do pretty decent things, nothing too great. You guys weren't like tag team champions or anything like that, but it was still pretty good. And then later on, after that, there was a whole big thing that happened in 2014 when I left. A lot of people in FAM lost, along with Second Head left, and then after that, what happened? Because while I was gone, I stopped watching FAM videos because it was just too hard to look at. Not on quality, but just emotionally, because I put so much time and energy into it, where I can't watch somebody else's take on that. Where it's just like, it's like watching an ex-girlfriend be with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So please remind me what's been going on while I was gone.
So I guess I broke up with Sicky in the Head. It's a very very sad story. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be our team breaking up on Anniversary 3. I think it was supposed to happen, but instead, I guess I started participating in the global division, where I represented FAM against fine people of YouTube.
Yes, the YouTubers, the infamously famous YouTubers in here, where some people may have an opinion on, where some people think,
I do.
Right. We'll get to that in a minute. Where some people feel that the YouTubers are a good addition to FAM, where they bring a lot of fan base and a lot of views and whatever. But then some people feel like it's watering down the actual product, where a lot of people on the main roster that busted ass to get on the main roster are being put in the back burner for the YouTubers. So it's very controversial, where some people may feel that it's good, some people may feel it's bad. How do you feel about it? Mind you, this is a 525 Live podcast. I'm pretty sure whoever's listening feels that it's not like you're trying to be mean about it. Just be 100% honest. If anybody's upset about it, take it up with you or with me. Hell, I'll fucking go to bat for you.
Okay. If I'm being honest, I think I was really frustrated that I was working with YouTubers instead of like real FAM people, because basically for like in WWE 12, 13, 2K14, I did nothing much, like just a couple of like pretty average feuds. And after that, I thought that yeah, finally I can work like with real FAM people, like I don't know 2TM for example, Black Heron, Rombuster, etc. But instead, I stuck working like with YouTubers that basically I don't give a shit about them. Yeah, that sounds a bit harsh, but it's true.
It also works with your character too, so it's not like a complete 180 or anything like that.
Yeah. So I guess there is a bit of fun working with them, but it's not really working with them. It's like you have to do all this stuff. Like they don't really play their matches. I know that it's probably not a secret to everybody.
I don't know about you, but I am shocked. What?
So you have to write spots for them. Sometimes you have to make calves for them because they are that lazy. But they're not lazy making their own channels. They're not making. They're not busy.
I don't think it's a thing that's laziness or anything like that. I think it's just that they're more preoccupied with their own channel and other stuff like that. That maybe they're too busy to do FAM stuff.
Yeah. I understand that, but I know it's a complicated situation, but I don't know. I've been stuck in this position for like a couple of years now, and I don't know. Like it was frustrating for some time, but it's still I still have to do something. I still have to showcase my talents. Like I think that like for example survival match that I did, it was 7-on-7. I wrote almost every spot for this match, so it's basically like 7 or I guess it's even more matches than 7. Yeah, in one match it was like a turmoil thing or something like that. Yeah, so I don't know, but I feel like working with them, it doesn't like qualify like a history moment for FAM. Like I think YouTubers are forgettable. Really, they're all the same to me. So
right.
Yeah, and I prefer to work with FAM.
It's two sides of the situation, because there are some times where, let's say for example, you could watch a video. Let's say yesterday, the whole Romare video where the commentator Rom comes in and he's talking about a situation with the whole with his brothers and everything like that, right? Mm-hmm. You don't really see anything about, oh my God, Goran Perkins, yada yada yada, right? Mm-hmm. You don't see anything about YouTubers or Smack Talks or whatever. Nothing against them, but you just don't see that. But then again, you go to a live stream of a pay-per-view or the weekly live stream on Fun Break or whatever, and then you'll see stuff like, oh my God, Tabi Emu, oh my God, and then there's like Brian Zane or whatever, and you'll see a lot of people that are just like fanboying, fangirling for those people. So it's where it's a two sides of the coin where you're not sure whether people are going with it or if they're not going with it. It's kind of crazy. It's like the whole John Cena or Roman Reigns debate where if they're actually good or they really fucking suck. So it's me personally. Before they were on the roster, nothing against them, I never really seen any of their videos because I'm not really into the whole gaming thing when it comes down to YouTube. I'll see like my peers, like if like a friend of mine, like, oh yeah, I made an entrance, or oh I made a show, check it out. Sure, I'll check it out, but I don't go and see Smack Talks. I don't go see Tubby Emu or anything like that. I usually watch like stuff like Cinema Sins or whatever on YouTube. That's usually my thing. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what or Screen Junkies or whatever. So like those are the things that I watch on YouTube. So I never really heard of Goran Perkins or Tom Cushney or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've spoken with them since then, and I think they're cool and stuff like that. But I don't really watch their stuff on a regular basis. Every once in a while, especially when the new game is coming out, yeah, I'll check it out. But other than that, I don't know. It's just not my thing. I don't understand watching other people play games. Like it's like going to a friend's house and you're not allowed to touch the controller. You're just watching them play the game. It's kind of boring a little bit. The only gamer I watch on YouTube, and I hope one day he makes it to FAM, but I highly doubt it because he barely plays the wrestling games, is Dashi XP. Fucking, I love the shit out of Dashi games.
I don't know who that is.
Well, once we're done here, check it out because he's funny as shit. Because like a lot of the games he plays is like the Nintendo games, like Mario like Mario Party, Mario Kart,
okay.
All the other stuff, Mario Maker. and it's fucking hilarious. So he does some scary games too, and it's just that guy's a gem. But other than that, Rom, if you're listening, get to the shit. And if you end up getting him, I want a feud with him. I don't give a shit. So, but I don't give a shit if I lose at Famiversary or whatever. I'm coming back to feud with Dashy Games. But anyway, so like there are some people that I wouldn't mind feuding that are a YouTuber. It's just that right now I feel like my character isn't really at that point. Maybe down the line, sure, and I wouldn't mind it. But I feel where you're coming from, because there's someone that you don't really feel that, I guess, earned a spot. If I'm being correct here. That they didn't earn to be here, they're just there because of their name. It's kind of undermining your thing, because you want to go against people that you've been looking up to or you've been hoping to face, right? Because like I would like to see you get into a feud with like BH or someone like that, where if MK was back, like you versus MK would have been a great fucking feud. Or Sick in the Head, two former partners and shit like that. That would be a great ass fucking thing. But the way things are now. But, of course, every Dark Cloud has a silver lining. You had a big feud with Merk, a nice little feud for the title and everything. You didn't win it, but tell me about how that went. Like,
I have a few words to say about YouTubers, too. If you don't mind.
Go back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand why they bring them in, like, for the views and everything. And I think I can say now that because of how things are booked, they want to make a complete story. So for my character, there's he started fighting YouTubers, and there were no resolution from this. But I can say that things are coming to an end, and this is gonna end soon. So yeah. I'm gonna do other stuff soon, so
okay.
Yeah, it's not a secret because I guess we record this podcast on 16th of June, and
yes,
my Famiversary match is gonna be announced today.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can talk about later. Let's talk about the Twisted Merk, I guess.
It's like a time capsule with breaking news into it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like if you had this shit, I can't even explain it. But I guess it's something where like if you knew then what we know now and shit, it's just something where like here's the scoop and shit like that. But by the time you listen to this, it's not really breaking news. So yeah, a little bit too late. So about 2TM. When it comes down to again, like I was saying, every cloud has a silver lining. You had the thing with YouTubers, but then also you had a feud with Merk, which is something that even I didn't really have. I had a little mini spat where I had a promo against him, but after the Royal Rumble, things went sour for me, so I never really had a full-on feud, which you had, so that's something that I feel we should talk about, because how was that like? How did it even start?
I think, do you mean the actual feud on FAM, or doing
like
backstage
behind the
stuff?
scenes, backstage stuff? How did it start? Did Rom come to you and say, "Listen, baby, I have a good idea," or some shit like that, or did Merk come to you, or how did the idea come to fruition?
I don't know. I think I was promised a world title shot for a while for all those things that I've done so far, for the YouTubers and everything, because I think it was not to say a lot of work compared to what other people do in FAM, but it was a fair amount of work, I guess. Yeah, and for all these things that I've done, I was promised a world title shot, so I guess I got it, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Now, kayfabe-wise, how did that start? Where, storyline-wise?
I just came out and challenged whoever, and I think I challenged Merk or Bash, whoever had a title at the time. I also challenged Running for a GM spot, I guess, during that promo. Showing some balls. And Merk answered to my challenge. Yeah, a lot of people, not a lot, but some people complain that you can't just came out and challenge people for titles. But for example, in Japan, that's how they do things. They just come out, go face to face, and then they fight.
Yeah, for some people to say that, you can't do that, odds are it's probably the people that are not even on the roster that can't physically do it. So the fact that they're saying that you can't do it, I think it's a little bit of jealousy there. Was there anybody on the actual roster that had that opinion?
Like on the actual roster that I got a title shot?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember people complaining. I remember people being happy for me.
Right, because I feel like, FAM's very supportive when it comes down to it. Like, I don't think anybody's really taking it that seriously where it's like, I deserve the first Merk, except for me, because I really want to kick his fucking ass. But it's just, a thing where it's, I don't think anybody's really going to be mad. I wasn't mad when I saw you face Merk. I was actually surprised because of the whole thing I've seen when I was on there with you in Afterlife and all that stuff. So I was just like, wow, that's amazing. Where it's like I feel like, not to compare you to him, but it seems very similar where it was a person like Bret Hart, right? Bret Hart started his career. He started his career with the Hart Foundation, him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, tag team, all that other stuff, and then became a singles competitor. It's kind of like the whole Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty thing, and not to call Sick in the Head or K Marty Jannetty, but still, it was just a situation where you were in a tag team, now you're singles, and then you went to a big profile feud. It was pretty fucking amazing. So that's how I feel about it. But right now, so you're saying for Familyversary, you're going against the YouTubers again? You trying to just destroy their shit?
Yeah. I'm going against the current global champion Element Games.
Nice.
I think if you watch the Royal Rumble match closely, you can see that there is a moment where we go face to face with each other, where we fight. Yeah, it was a little bit a teaser for a actual match at Familyversary.
The way that the Rumble match was, the recent Rumble match was done, I think it was very beautiful because of the fact that, well, I think all Rumble matches, not just FAM, whatever car show, whoever's doing the car show and that wants to do a Royal Rumble, take notes, because the same thing with WWE. I feel like a good Rumble match is something that should either, one, cancel a lot of feuds, just put an end to a lot of feuds where it's like a blow off, or start new feuds.
Yeah.
I don't want something that's gonna happen right there and there only. Like, oh, it's just a one shot thing with Royal Rumble and then leave it at that. No, it should either start off something or end something. And I think a lot of feuds started in the Royal Rumble this past Rumble here.
Yeah.
Where half the matches on Familyversary, at the very least, started off in the at the Royal Rumble. The whole thing with Merk and BH. The whole thing with Rafazo and Guns, that actually brought new life to it.
Yes.
With the Royal Rumble, stuff like that. Me and Darren, shit like that. It's like a lot of things that started off from the Royal Rumble now is going into Familyversary, and I think that was really well done. Kudos to Cameron Bash for that one. But anything else you want to talk about the whole Merk thing, or you want to move on?
Well, I really enjoyed doing this match. I think it was the best match that I ever done. And Merk, I think Merk told you the same thing, that it's one of his favorite matches.
Yes.
Despite the fact that he didn't play it, but it's alright. I think he contributed a lot with his character and his work, with his previous work. So, yeah, you can say that Merk is a huge part of this match. And
right. So
yeah.
When with Merk, I think the reason why he liked that match so much is the reason why I liked the Rumble match so much too. Was that the Rumble match was, I think, probably the first match ever that I never actually participated in physically when it came down to me playing as my character. My whole time in FAM or with Emmy or any other show that I guest appear on or whatever, the majority of the time, I'm talking about maybe 99% of the time, it's me doing my own match. So it's amazing that, a lot of people don't do that. You see a lot of people is like, oh, you could fill in for me or whatever, which is fine because life happens. You got to do what you got to do. But when it comes, me seeing the whole thing that went down in the Rumble, my part of the Rumble, when I came in and attacked the Skull Foundation and Merk, or the whole thing with Darren or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was oblivious to the fact I had no idea what was going to happen. So when I saw that happen, I actually marked out for myself because I was completely surprised about what was going to happen. So it was just something that I was like, oh my God, I love it. Even though I've had better matches in the past, especially with FAM, I like this match because it caught me by surprise, and now I know how it feels to be a fan watching my work.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So I guess maybe that's how Merk felt. Since he didn't do his match, he was really surprised at how great it went. That's why he holds it in such high regard.
Yeah, also big props to Rafazo from FAM, who helped me play it. Yeah, he helped me a lot with this match. This dude is great.
Good on him, because I hear a lot of good things about him. I haven't heard anything bad about him. So, good for him. The thing is, nothing really bad or anything like that. It's just that I never really got a chance to talk to him. So it's like, hopefully, hey, Rafazo, if you're listening, I'd love to do an interview, because we never really talk. So it's something that I'm actually really interested in, because someone that joined after I was gone, and now suddenly Rannick wants him to win the Royal Rumble and all that stuff. Like, who the fuck is Rafazo? I need to know this shit. So besides all that, besides everything with FAM and the community and all that stuff, you have a love for movies and music and stuff like that, but mainly the movies. So your favorite director is Wes Anderson, am I correct?
Yeah, you're right.
What is one of your favorite things that he's done? Like, what's your favorite movie he's directed and stuff?
I actually like all of his movies. Like, it's weird. I think it's like the first director, and I like all of his movies. So,
is there anything that really opened the door? Because one of my favorite directors is Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah,
and
I like him too.
The first movie I've seen that he's done was Pulp Fiction. I saw that before I saw Reservoir Dogs. Funny story, real quick. I saw it in a movie theater. I saw Pulp Fiction in a movie theater. I was probably maybe 8 at the time.
Whoa.
And my dad took me to go see it, right? So, of course, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction has a lot of adult themes into it, with the drug overdose or the F words or whatever, right? So,
you could tell blowing off in a car.
Right. As you could tell by my vocabulary, I use a lot of F words too. So it's very influential in my childhood. So there's this one scene, and it has to deal with inside a pawn shop where Ving Rhames and Bruce Willis are tied up, and this gimp is watching. Yada. This whole thing, and Ving Rhames is getting raped, right?
Yeah.
So the whole scene is if you guys haven't seen the movie, Bruce Willis breaks free from his restraints, knocks out the gimp. He's about to leave, but he's he has to change of heart, because again, you don't want to leave another man getting raped against his will and shit. I think that's guy code 101 and shit, right? So, he goes upstairs. He's about to leave, but then he sees a chainsaw. He sees a hammer. He sees a baseball bat, and he sees a katana. He goes down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
So while he's walking down the stairs, you hear the thrusting, right? Very fucking thing. I regret making those noises. Please.
Yeah, I regret hearing them.
Right. But hearing those noises, I guess my dad knew that shit sounded familiar. Putting 2 to 2 together, you see the gimp, you hear the thrusting. Something's going on that I shouldn't fucking see. So anyway, he goes, Sean, go get a refill, right? Even though I had plenty of popcorn and drinks and shit. I'm like, nah, I don't need it. He's like, go get a refill. I'm like, what? He's like, no, go get a refill. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go back and get a refill. I come back, and, it's the end of the segment with Bruce Willis. He's on the chopper with his girl and shit, and they drive off, right?
Yeah.
So I had no idea what the fuck went on. Years down the line, I see it on TV. I'm like, oh, okay, I've seen this movie before. No big deal. And that scene comes up. I'm probably 12, 13 at the time, and I'm fucking mortified when I see that fucking scene, because again, I've never seen it before, so it's something completely fucking new. And so my first time ever seeing anything homosexual was Ving Rhames getting raped in fucking Pulp Fiction.
Nice.
At 13 years old. So yeah. But it's just, with the ball gag and everything, it was just really a fucked up experience. But it's fine. I'm a normal guy now. I'm not fucked up. I don't go sodomizing anybody, but it's all good. But so what was your the gateway to Wes Anderson? Was there anybody getting raped in those movies?
No, they are funny and kind. I think the genre of those movies are it's tragic comedy or something like that, where they show people dying, but it's funny, in a funny way.
Right. Yeah. So something like the Coen brothers, they do a lot of that with.
Yeah.
Burn After Reading, where fucking Brad Pitt gets his brains blown out in the fucking closet and shit.
Yeah, it's basically my favorite genre, where they show serious things like feelings or everything, but in a kind of funny way.
Right. I remember seeing Rushmore very young as a kid. When the movie came out, I was probably in my teens and shit. But And I've seen like The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, and I think no, I don't think I've seen Grand Budapest, but Royal Tenenbaums I think I've seen. But there's movies like that where, but I barely remember it because of the fact that I have only seen it once, and it's been a long time since I've seen it because it doesn't really play that much on TV.
They're very hipster-like.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like the I wouldn't say a cinema snob or anything like that, but more of a person that's more cultured when it comes down to movies would watch that. Just like a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Where they all like No Country for Old Men or whatever the fuck. So it's one of those things. But any other directors are you really into?
Like directors. Let me think. From the recent stuff, I really liked La La Land and what's the name of the director? David Chazelle, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he also has a movie about the drummer boy. I don't remember the name of it in English, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was also very cool.
Okay. I've never seen La La Land, so I need to check it out. I heard so much good stuff about it.
Yeah, I don't know, like favorite directors. I don't remember like much. Like I can tell you from my head. I gotta like think about it properly.
A lot of times there's like because again, like I think we talked about it before. I recognize more of a person's work than their actual name and stuff like that. Like, I like that movie, but I forget who directed it. Like there's a lot of times, like let's say Paul Verhoeven, right?
Yeah.
Where a lot of his movies, I knew his movies before I knew him. So like, it's like, oh yeah, you ever heard of Paul Verhoeven? I'm like, no. Like, oh, so you haven't seen RoboCop? You haven't seen Starship Troopers? You haven't seen fucking Total Recall? I'm like, oh, I fucking love those movies. Yeah. And it turns out he did all those shit. So like, yeah, fucking. I know the director's work more than I know the actual director and shit. So we get to that point. But now music. You're a big music aficionado. Do you listen to a lot of different types of genres? Or just one genre?
Yeah, I listen to hip hop. I listen to electronic music, indie rock, like Ukrainian pop music too.
Right.
Despite the differences between Russia and Ukraine, also I like some heavy stuff, but that's like from my school days. I still listen to some bands. Yeah.
Right, yeah, I'll listen to like System of a Down or Godsmack sometimes, where like even though it was mainly my childhood that loved it.
Yes.
But like because of course the teenage angst, and you're like, oh fuck the system, fuck my parents, so the fucking shit. Like but now like I listen to it, I still dig it. It's still on my playlist, but every once in a while I do skip it. Now when it comes down to hip hop, I'm really interested in who you listen to. Because is there anybody like local over there in Russia, or is it like do you listen to American?
I mostly listen to American stuff, yeah, but there is some Russian hip hop artists too, but I don't know. I feel like they mostly they copy the American style, and it's better to listen to the original. I think.
The difference between explain to me the difference between Russian hip hop and American hip hop. Because for example, right?
Yeah.
I'll listen to like reggae, and then I'll listen to reggaeton, which is the Spanish reggae type, right? Or Spanish rap. Uh-huh. And a lot of times, I think when it comes down to the Spanish rap or Spanish reggae, whatever, there's a lot of times where they just say shit to rhyme and not actually tell a story in their music. Mm-hmm. And same thing with hip hop, where I feel like a lot of because like you hear like Asian hip hop or whatever, like Japanese, Korean, whatever. And they just say shit because it rhymes, and not necessarily a message that they'll spit out. Because you'll listen to like a Tribe Called Quest, or you listen to Wu-Tang Clan or whatever. They'll try to tell you exactly what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? NWA, same thing. So anybody that is it like that in Russia where they just say shit to rhyme, or is it that they're telling the story of what's going on?
Yeah, I think mostly they are telling stories. Like there are really good. Like lyricists, I guess, is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some Russian artists are great at that. Some hip hop artists, I mean, yeah.
So out there's like a Russian version of Nas, pretty much, right?
Yeah, we have one famous hip hop artist, and he's also participates in rap battles.
Okay.
Yeah, and his name is Oxymiron. I think he's one of the best in Russia right now. I mean, he's huge right now. But yeah, you talked about like just inserting words. We have that things too. Do you know like cloud rap genre?
Uh-huh.
Like there are American, I guess, artists like Bones or like Suicide Boys. It's a very trendy shit right now, and we have a Russian artists. They try to imitate that style, and they just put words like "yeah, bitch, fuck," just like saying stuff that makes no sense. We
I
have
just
that
think
too.
it sounds cool, like swag, all that other
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. We have like
Uh,
Russian rap artists. They just straight copy like some shit. Like some even steal like texts or styles from American stuff. But I think that American hip hop it raised the bar so high that with like cheap knockoffs they can't reach that bar. Especially cheap knockoffs from Russia.
Now, when it comes down to the American hip hop, who's like your the guy that you listen to? Who's on your playlist?
Yeah, I prefer the modern stuff like Kendrick Lamar, Kanye.
Okay.
I like Kanye West despite his personality, but I
Now, when it comes down to Kanye West, do you listen to current Kanye West or do you listen to like 2004 Kanye West?
all of his stuff.
Okay. Because like I'll listen to some of his recent stuff, sure. Like I had the Life of Pablo on my Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like his old stuff, I love like Jesus Walks or the Workout or a bunch of stuff like that.
He
You
has
When It All Falls Down,
song
Through the
with
Wire.
Jamie Foxx, Gold Digger.
Yeah, Gold Digger, yes. A bunch of stuff like that where like that's my Kanye. My Kanye is the polo shirt wearing, brightly colored dude, thumbs up, smiling all the time. Not the guy that, oh my God, I'm the Jesus Christ and I never smile and all that. Kim Kardashian, I sleep on her ass every fucking day. I don't need no pillows. And like it's like that's fine. I still listen to it, but old Kanye is my favorite Kanye.
Yeah, my favorite album from him is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's from 2010, I guess. I also feel that he's a better producer than the rapper.
Yes, he comes out with a lot of stuff, a lot of beats and everything.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you like Kendrick Lamar? That's really good. It's not like you like listening to Kodak Black or fucking Little Yachty or whatever the fuck these fucking.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you listen to them too?
No, I think I've heard some songs from Lil Yachty, like I Spy, I think. But he's featured on this song.
Like there's people that new guys are good, but just some of them just like why the fuck are you even there? I think right now hip hop is, especially when it comes down to Southern hip hop. I'm sorry if you guys are a fan of it, or like the trap music or whatever. Is I feel like a lot of them are just cookie cutter people where you're like, oh yeah, you got dreadlocks, you have tattoos all the way up to your eyebrows. You mumble when you talk. All right, here's a record deal, and it's fuck, man. A lot of times you'll hear like a song from them, and like, and it's just like, what the fuck are you saying, man? Like, if, the point where I have to get subtitles to check out your music, I'm not gonna fucking listen to it. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah, I think that especially in hip hop music has to make sense to me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I appreciate the good beat. It also matters, but I think that the lyrics matters too.
I think it has to be a blend of both. I feel like in order for it to be a good song, it has to be good lyrics and a good beat.
Yeah.
I don't think one should outshine the other, because then you're not doing the fucking job. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. And the age that I am, I'm spoiled because I grew up on Biggie, I grew up on Tupac, I grew up on Wu-Tang, I grew up on a lot of fucking shit. Fucking Jay-Z's still doing his fucking thing. Even though a lot of people hate him, I'm like, yeah, but fucking compare him to fucking little nigga or whatever the fuck you want to call whoever, one of the littles, or the youngs, fucking Jay-Z will fucking blow him out the water. I'm sorry, it's just fucking true. But yeah, it's just when you have a hot beat and you're mumbling all over it, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. But
Yeah, I feel the same way basically. But some of those so-called bangers, yeah, I can listen to them. But not everything. Like I think I can listen like the full album of this. No way.
Right on. Yeah.
I also like Run the Jewels. Have you heard about them?
Yes. You know it's funny because just recently I started getting into them, even though they've been around for a while. But you remember Suicide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and him, we normally hang out and stuff like that. So
He's Vengeance now.
Yeah, he's Vengeance now. But even that now, he's just Will. He's playing other games instead of WWE.
He's Will now.
Yeah, he's Mama Dudio. So fucking shout out to him, even though he's probably not listening to it. But yeah, no, he recently got me into Run Them Jewels and Yellow Wolf too. Even though I've heard of Yellow Wolf a lot, but now I'm listening to more of his music because of Will, because he put me onto a lot of that shit. But now, Run Them Jewels, I just added a few songs to my playlist now. And
I've seen
Legend
them live.
Has It and stuff like that, yeah. Oh, you seen them live?
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That's awesome. How was that?
Well, one of the best gigs of my life, man. So fucking hot.
Yeah, another example of how good lyrics and good beats like blend together and create something special.
Yeah. I also like Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind right now. But I've been to a lot of hip hop gigs. Like I go to Finland for a music festival almost every year, like since 2014. I've been doing this. So I think I've seen Outkast.
Nice.
Yeah, just a little bit. I got like what was their popular song? I forgot the name. Like, Hey Yeah, I guess.
Hey, yeah, that's
yeah.
the Andre 3000 one, yeah.
Yeah, I caught a bit of their performance. I also seen Tyler, the Creator too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen a lot of stuff. Like even the stuff that I wasn't interested in.
Okay.
Yeah. Last year I saw Anderson .Paak. Do you know him?
What's the name again?
Anderson .Paak.
No, I don't think I've heard that.
He's I think he was on a freshman XXL freshman list last year or maybe the year before that. But he's like yeah, he does nice stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just mostly the bands that I listen to, or should I say, hip hop artists. Yeah, right now.
Okay. All right, cool, no problem. So now, pretty much all types of music you listen to, but yeah, you pretty much, from what you tell me, you have great taste in music and in movies. Better, especially with movies, you have better taste than I do, because there's certain movies I can't really like stand to look at for that long. This is because sometimes I'm more of a dialogue guy when it comes down to movies.
Mm-hmm.
And not necessarily artistic styles.
That's why you like Tarantino.
Oh yeah, because dialogue.
Yeah.
He's fucking master of dialogue. But so like that type of shit. Like I could watch explosions and gunshots, sure, but dialogue will really get me. And like I don't really care about. Oh yeah, well the main color is orange because that it means greed or whatever the fuck. And it's just like I don't. The hidden meaning of different shots and shit like that. I really don't care. It's something as long as I'm attracted to what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, fucking fantastic. I like Batman v Superman. A lot of people don't fucking like it. I think it's a very.
I didn't.
I understand why people don't like it. It's not like it's like Roman Reigns like how do you not like it? But when it comes down to Batman v Superman, I understand why people don't like it. I happen to like it. I just feel like maybe people expected too much from it, even though it is a comic book movie. I mean, come on. But
yeah.
And a lot of the same thing with Avengers too. Like I liked the second Avengers movie, but I think people expected too much from it, and then like as soon as they didn't get exactly what they wanted. Same thing with when it comes down to a lot of movies, really. But when it comes down to something that has an intellectual property, people expect too much, and it's like, well, if it didn't make me pizza and then jerk me off afterwards, I'm not gonna like the movie. And it's just like, come on, man. Like it doesn't have to be exactly what you expected. Just as a matter of fact, don't expect anything when you go to watch a movie, man. Just if it entertains you, that's what it's supposed to be. It's not you're not paying $60 for it. It's not like it's a fucking video game. A video game, I understand where you're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to expect certain things because you're paying $60 fucking tax free. It's not even with fucking tax. The tax is more than that. So yes, be mad if it fucking sucks because that's fucking a lot of fucking money. But with a movie, you're only wasting $10 in 2 hours at any time. Fucking relax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of different ways, more expensive ways to waste 2 hours.
I usually appreciate like a smart movie too, but yeah, I can watch a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie just because I liked them when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like from the childhood it goes. But
as a matter of fact, you were in the first episode, the first like unofficial episode.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Star Wars. This is like a fucking a long time ago
Like
when episode 7.
3 years ago, I guess, or maybe even more.
Yeah, 3-4 years ago, something like that. Yeah. Funny how time flies.
Well, it's nice to return to the 5 to 5 live.
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to movies, like, is there anything like you said, thinking movies that stuff that really blows your mind? Was there anything that really like fucked your head up? Because a lot of people will mention The Matrix and stuff like that. Recently, I just saw. I just got reminded of The Truman Show. You ever heard of The Truman Show?
Yeah.
All right, for those who don't know, it's about Jim Carrey plays a guy named Truman Burbank that starts to realize that his whole life had become a reality show, where everybody, like from his friends to his parents to people that he's worked with, are all actors. And fuck the phone. Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of stuff that's happened during there. See, again, I told you that's why I lowered down my volume.
Yeah.
People, when I don't want them to call, that's when they call. But anyway, so a lot of the times where those people were all actors, the whole thing is a movie set and stuff like that. It's crazy, because he pretty much figured out his whole life is a lie. It's all for the entertainment of people he never even met, and that's something where when I saw it, I was probably like 13 at the time, and it fucked my head up because I was like, Is my life a TV show? Like, what the fuck? So is there any movies like that really got you like that?
Yeah, there is a director named Spike Jonze. Have you heard about him?
Yes.
Yeah, there is a movie by him called Being John Malkovich.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I think it's about how like main characters, they find a way inside of a John Malkovich head. Well, John Malkovich is a real actor. That's his name. And then,
I know who John Malkovich is.
He plays himself in this movie. So it's about how like different people, they just like come into his mind and they act as him. It's like really, really weird. I liked it. And there is also a movie by the same director called Adaptation, and I think
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Nicolas Cage, I guess, plays in this. And yeah, he plays two characters in this movie. Like he plays. It's actually a very complicated story. Like in Adaptation, he plays. What's the name of a profession? Like the dude that screenwriter. Yeah. So both of those movies, they are from Spike Jonze, the same director. In Adaptation. Nicolas Cage, he plays a screenwriter who wrote a screenplay, I guess, for the Being John Malkovich. So they show how they filmed Being John Malkovich in Adaptation.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not the only fucked up thing about it. He also plays his own brother, Nicolas Cage. And it's like a very complicated story. It's gonna fuck with your head. I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah. Also, okay. Yeah. So another movie that fucked with my head is An Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's also with,
that I've actually seen. Yes.
Yeah, it's also with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey really experimented a lot when it comes to his movies.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows him as Ace Ventura when he talks out of his ass and shit like that, but a lot of other movies he's done are really fucking mind blowing.
Well, I enjoy a lot when usually comedy actors, they took on serious roles. Like, for example, Steve Carell, always known for playing in comedy, but then, like, look at the movie called Foxcatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just, like, he kills it. Like, there's a completely not a comedy role there. Same with Jim Carrey.
I think every comedic actor should have a moment in their careers when they do something serious.
Yeah.
Where, like you'll because like right now you just mentioned Steve Carell, like everybody knows him from like The Office or like Evan Almighty or something like that, where he does like really stupid stuff. But now recently, he's doing a lot of serious movies, and very good on him because we don't want to see another Burt Wonderstone or whatever the fuck. But, or Get Smart or whatever. But
I'd watch more Office though.
Yeah. But yeah, some people, a lot of comedic actors, like I think Will Ferrell would do good in like a lot of drama instead of just doing like, hey, I'm a buffoon, laugh at me. Like, hey, I'm 40 years old and I act like I'm 10. Great. Like I don't like I saw Step Brothers. It's funny, it makes me laugh, but I just didn't see like the whole phenomenon about it. Like, oh my god, it's the best movie. Have we just become best friends? Yup. And it's just like, okay, great. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. But, is that all you wanted to talk about movies, or you want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on, basically, yeah.
Okay. Right. So, this is the part where we're going to go with the questions from the viewers or the listeners.
Spicy.
Yes, spicy. So, of course, if you guys don't know, if you're new to this whole thing, is where, of course, you go on Twitter, and I'll, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see, at Nova525, that I'll post up a tweet saying, hey, I'm going to be interviewing this person, send you questions here, or free to DM me, whoever, if you know who the future guest will be. And this question here is from Peyton at Peyton Solaire, the guy that I just interviewed yesterday. Do you douse ass in vodka before you eat it?
I think that's a personal question, and it's also a little bit offended by it. Because it plays on a Russian stereotype. But
all
still, thanks for an attempt, Peyton. I really like it.
Alright. So, the second question from Peyton is that, what would you do if you had the whole catering crew and FAM with total creative control? Now, before you answer that question, a lot of people don't know, even though every time I interview a member of catering crew, I ask this question, what is catering crew? So what is your definition of catering crew in your eyes?
Okay, Catering Crew is a club of cooking enthusiasts. We talk about different recipes.
Awesome.
I enjoy cooking borscht, which is a Russian soup. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we basically exchange experience about different ways about cooking and everything.
Okay. I make a good egg sandwich, by the way. It's fucking great. But it could be egg salad sandwich. It could be scrambled eggs, fried eggs. It's pretty much like Bubba with shrimp.
Yeah.
But, now, is the chef that's in FAM? Is he part of the catering crew?
He's a fake chef. He also
really
cooks people, which is illegal.
Well, certain tribes it's a delicacy, I guess, but.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if FAM takes place in Africa. Last time I checked.
Right. All right. So now back to Peyton's question: if you had the whole catering crew and FAM with full creative control, what would you do?
I don't know. It's probably gonna be crazy.
A lot of food.
Yeah. I think we have like a better half of catering crew and FAM right now. Yeah, and we serve a lot of stuff there, so people are usually happy with what we serve. So if you have more hands to help, then that's great for the business. Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now this question is from Amon Drake, baby, at Amon Drake HF. How much vodka do you have in yourself? Now, okay, this is the second question about vodka. I don't think it's the last one. Right off the bat, do you drink a lot of vodka, even though you're Russian? I don't know if that's a stereotype that you want to stop or.
Sometimes, yeah, I do, but it's not like a regular thing.
Is it like Mexicans with tequila and shit?
Well, yeah, Russians like vodka. It's pretty obvious, but if I can afford anything better, then I drink it. Like I don't know, whiskey. I like beer also.
Okay.
But vodka is not usually like my choice, so.
So you don't keep that much on your shelf?
Yeah, I think I may have a bottle for guests, but sometimes for me. But I don't drink that much.
Okay. Alright, right on. Alright, so now this one's from LFX. 2 matches left at Lance Frisco, another member of the catering crew.
Too
Thoughts
sweet.
on not... What?
Too sweet.
Too sweet, alright. So, thoughts on not being a top guy in FAM and facing YouTubers. I think we already tackled that, but is there anything else you want to elaborate? Anything you want to add to your thoughts on that?
I can say that it will be over soon. And
Alright.
I also fought for the World Championship, so I think I wasn't up in some kind of way. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, more than I was, I'll tell you that much. So, when it comes down to the whole... When you say, like, oh, it'll be over soon, like, you mentioned YouTubers, it's very fucking scary. It's ominous a little bit, you know, it's like very, like, Grim Reaper. You know, like, those memes where it's, like, a Grim Reaper is, like, in the background? It's like, soon.
I don't
You
know,
know,
I
just-
have a so gentle voice. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You're a law-abiding citizen. You never killed anybody in your life, right?
Yeah.
See, that wasn't really convincing, and it's really fucking scary. Alright, so now, wow, another member of the catering crew, Striggs X, when he's booked at Cost is Striggs. Thoughts on YouTubers? Alright, we already tackled that. Alright, so soon,
Yeah.
they will die soon. So, they will have an unfortunate accident that you have no way involvement in, you know? Just like, what?
Yes.
Alright, now, zombie scene at Silver Zombie 44. Why the name Anarchymus? What is the origin of that name?
Oh, I think I came up with it when I played World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I think it was like in 2007, maybe 8. I just named one of my characters Anarchymus. I think it was a blood elf, a wizard of some sorts. Yeah.
I never played World of Warcraft, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of MMORPG games back when I was young. Not
I heard
anymore.
it's pretty cool, so.
I only sim now, so. Okay, so after that, I liked the name, so I used it as my PSN, and then I named my character after my PSN. That's the whole story.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta respect it, you know, consistency. You know.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah,
me with
I
like.
think it's a pretty unique name too.
Right, no, yeah, definitely.
It's not
li-
like John Johnson or anything like that.
Exactly, you know, or you fucking Lance Frisco and
Yeah.
shit. Hey, Lance! He's gonna fuck me up. Alright, so. Alright, he's probably gonna have you fuck me up. Shit. Catering crew unite. Anyway, so, Danny Big Boy Herbert at Derposaurus.
Oh, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Friend?
Yes.
F-R-E-N? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Favorite song of all time, since we talked about music earlier.
Whoa. Of all time. I can say like my favorite song now. I'm not sure if I can say of all time, but right now my favorite song is called One More Love Song by Magda Marko.
Okay, alright.
I think it's also I have a strong contender for my favorite song of all time. It's In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Yeah. Google them, they are good.
Alright. Alright, so now, let's see here. Alright, now the next question from Derposaurus is, who, man?
Woof woof. That's all I can say.
Alright, I have no idea what the fuck just happened, but I'll just roll with it. Alright, TJ Fame X Tron at TJ Rave 2K. There's 2 questions here. Number 1, are you really from Russia, or is just your gimmick? If it's your gimmick, it's really fucking elaborate.
Yeah, actually I'm African American that lives in Detroit.
Wow, Detroit, awesome.
Yeah, but I'm really Russian. Yeah, I think you can tell
Okay.
from my accent and everything.
I thought you were from Wisconsin, honestly, like really. But let's see here. And the second question is, how did you come up with your attires?
Whoa, I usually try to like keep a theme, you can say, for an attire.
Okay.
Like I have my like own logo with an A. I also like using the standard anarchy sign. So
Right, well,
when creating an attire, I usually think like what will represent me. I usually use some like Russian designs. Like I used Russian flowers. Like we have a way of painting with flowers. Don't remember the name, but I like using like authentic Russian designs too. So I do everything possible to represent my character through my attire. I guess that's the answer.
That's the best way to do it too.
Yeah.
Not just picking something because it looks cool, but it fits your character.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Now the next question.
Also, for my latest call, I used the jacket and I put like different pins of my favorite bands and also a Joy Division patch on the back. So yeah, that's also like I try to represent my character, but I also try to represent myself as in real life too.
Well, that works. I dig it. It's the best way to do it. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm from Florida and I've never been outside the United States, but I'm gonna have Japanese characters on my shit. I've said that a lot, but yeah, that's the fucking truth. It's really weird.
Yeah, fuck kanji lettering.
Exactly,
I've never
as long as
used
fits
it.
your
Never
personality.
used it. Never will.
I mean, if you do, then at least have some backstory to
Yeah,
it.
that
Like,
was that was sarcasm. I actually did.
Oh. But still, at least you learn from it. Fucking. As long as there's some story behind it, you could have said, "Hey, I'm dating a Japanese girl," and she put it on there.
Yeah.
Fine, no problem. But fucking.
Yeah, I think it should be justified by a storyline or anything. Just random Japanese lettering. I think it doesn't hit you if it's not justified.
And a lot of people are like, "Hey, well, Sean, you have Oni paint on your face, yada yada yada." I'm like, "Yeah, I do, and that's because my character is trained around the world. So yes, there's a fucking story." So
yeah, he fought in a Japanese war in Pearl Harbor.
yeah, ever since like the death of his parents in Crime Alley when he was 10 years old,
Yes.
he decided to train his mind and body to become the greatest wrestler in FAM history. So natural shit. But anyway, so next question is another member from Catering Crew, Gender Crust at Gender Crust at Mexi FTW. Alright, number one, who has better uppercuts, you or Frisco?
I think that we didn't have the chance to find out, but I think there is maybe an opportunity that we'll find that out soon.
Alright, so who's better, you or who's the better Cesaro, you or Frisco?
We're not copying Cesaro. I can tell that for myself. I think it's obvious from Frisco that he's bold, that he's copying Cesaro, but I'm not. I'm truly original.
Okay. Alright, now the second one is he listed it as number two. You versus Chris Grant? ? Will it happen?
I think you've talked about it on Lance Frisco's podcast, right?
Well, right, but that was like a couple of days ago. Is there anything you want to update on that, or?
Well, I don't know what he said.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
what was the question again? Will it happen?
Yeah, Frisco, will it happen? Why don't you put it in the comments?
Yeah.
All right. So, and then number three, are you a hidden sin?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what that question meant either. But again, you send a question, I ask it.
I can say that I'm a bad boy.
Ooh, really?
Not sure about the scene, but yeah.
You hear that, ladies? You hear that? He's a bad boy.
Sometimes.
I'm listening for females' response, like hell yeah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. We're hunting for an ipus on 5 to 5 Live. Yeah.
Alright, then the number 4 question from Mexi is that so is Vikel your sister, or you pronounce it vehicle?
Vehicle.
I don't know if that's a joke or not, but is Vikel your sister or what?
No, she's not. I don't
Just
think...
because they're both Russian doesn't mean that they're related.
Yeah.
I'm not related to Denzel Washington as much as I would love to be. I'm not.
You're not related to Alex Nova too.
But don't say that. People are gonna fucking cry and shit.
Yeah, but I'm not related to her. But yeah, I also have I guess a bit of a shoot on using Russian gimmicks in co.
Right.
So I see a lot of people using them. Well, not a lot, but some do. And it will be better if they search for the original material, so they can I guess learn the culture and not just putting random USSR signs on them and call them Russian. I think that characters need to be developed, and you need to like express that through your character, and not just.
I love snow and vodka. Yes,
yeah.
comrade.
Yeah, if your character is based on stereotypes, then it's not good for me.
Right. Yeah. It's just authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a guy from fucking Costa Rica and like, yeah, I'm from New York. Forget about it. It's just fucking weird. But yeah. So right now, another goddamn catering crew member, Norm 6 at Speed Force Norm. Where do I get your hair from? Yeah, that's one of the questions. Where do I get your hair from?
Like, how did I grew it or something?
I guess so. That's just the question. I don't know the actual.
I don't know. Just go into the game, choose the generic style, number 16, color it red, and here you go. I guess.
All right. And then the second question is thoughts on the state of Russian affairs in Sim.
I think I've talked about it. I'm the only real Russian in Sim. Or not Sim, like, I'm not in Sim. I'm in FAM, of course.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm the only one. Original one. Yeah.
You're the one, the Anarchymus son.
Yes.
Alright, now finally a non cater crew member, Eli Robledo at Eli Robledo 04.
Okay.
How did you get Russian strong?
I don't know, just eat a lot of borscht and drink a lot of vodka. I don't know, now I'm going into the stereotypes. Can't escape it.
Do you eat caviar too? What is it? Nervous laugh. Alright, so alright, now back to the catering crew again. Fucking Chase TB at Chase TB3. You eat ass?
That's a personal question.
Okay. That's kind of answering the question a little bit. You keep saying it's personal. But
Whoa.
I think if it's no,
oh
you
boy.
just said
oh
no.
Boy.
But I'm just right, breaking news. But alright, and again, cater crew member Benny Boo Swoo.
So tired of that catering crew.
Yes, right, exactly. This question is Comrade Corbin, thoughts?
Like the British guy from the Labour Party.
I guess.
I don't know, if I'd be British, I'd vote for him. Not Theresa May, obviously. That's my thoughts.
Okay. Now let's see here. Now back to normal people instead of cater crew and shit. Because it's like, where the fuck were you for my fucking party and shit? I wanted a 6 foot long turkey sandwich and shit, but you fucking couldn't hook me up with that. So unfunny joke. Anyway, so
yeah.
All right, don't co-sign on my unfunniness. All right, just fucking say, oh yeah, it was funny. Be nice about it.
Yeah, Sean, you're the greatest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. All right, so 2 Twisted Merk at Real 2TM. What is your favorite match using your character?
Yeah, that's much against 2 Twisted Merk at the FAM Pandora, obviously.
Aw, that's so sweet. So, and now the next question is, all right, how do you feel from year one in fam to wait, what? All right, how do you feel from year one in fam to now as far as progress? Like, do you feel like you've gone up, or do you feel like you stayed the same or gone down?
Definitely gone up. Yeah.
Okay. And what is your main goal in fam? Because my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. But anyway, so what's your main goal?
Main goal in FAM, I don't know. It's pretty generic. Winning the world title.
I mean, if you're not in it to win a title, what the fuck you here for, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a YouTuber. Nervous laugh.
I'm only in FAM to kick YouTubers' ass, honestly.
You are the bane of YouTubers.
Yeah.
Alright. Cody Hagen at Cody Hagen 2016.
Let me correct you. I am the YouTuber Slayer now.
YouTube Slayer.
Yeah.
Is it a lot like Buffy, or is it just like more vicious?
I'm a man to begin with. I don't wear.
Well, I mean,
I don't wear leather clothing. At
Buffy
least
is
not
enough.
now.
Buffy is badass enough for both genders, so just classifying her as a female is doing her a disservice. Even though she is a female.
I'm more of a Blade, I guess.
Ah, okay.
Not black.
So,
No.
are you? You're a YouTube walker, pretty much. Anyway, so yeah, Cody Hagen at Cody Hagen 2016. Will wow, this one involves me. Okay.
Ooh.
Will Sean Nova be a member of the catering crew? Dude, you asked us about the last interview. What the fuck? The answer is no. I'll answer that for you.
No, this information is classified.
Yes, the kitchen's closed, buddy. All right.
Yes.
So, I can't pronounce it because it's in different language. But anyway, Ryan Silver, WWE, asks, what was the process behind finalizing your persona?
Whoa. I don't know. I think it's not finalized yet. To begin with, I think it's always like a process. So I don't know, working on your character.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to me, I think it's just my character is a little bit more of an exaggeration of myself, like a caricature of myself. I think yours is the same way too. Like sure, you may agree with what your character does, but it's not necessarily exactly what you do in real life. So I think it's just an exaggeration. Any good character where it's either Kaw or real life wrestling, whatever, your gimmick should be an exaggeration of yourself. That's pretty much it.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, so what is the same thing from Ryan Silva? What's one thing in Kaw that you really want to accomplish but haven't really done? Well, of course, you already said the FAM title and stuff, but...
No, I think I have another answer for that. He said that in general, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to make something on my own. Like, make my own, maybe like a mini-series or something involving my own character where I control everything.
Oh, absolutely, please.
Yeah.
Please do it, because we need more creators out there.
I'd say that it is in the works.
Okay.
So
keep an eye out, keep an ear out, listen for any news.
Yeah.
And also follow Anarchymus on Twitter. We'll plug that later on, but still.
Add me on MySpace.
On MySpace, Friendster, all that shit. Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see here. Alright, this one's from Matthew Icicles? Fuck, anyway. RE to Practice. What the fuck is up with your name? This name is weird. Anyway, so you're on Twitter, please fucking teach me how to pronounce your shit. Anyway, what inspired you to start doing sim wrestling and fighting on 2K? Also, where did you find the gimmick of Anarchist? Well, we already answered that last part, but yeah. So what made you sim and stuff like that on 2K?
I don't sim.
Well, there's your answer. Fucking great. Alright, Eli Robledo again. When did you start in the COD community before? Alright, we already talked about that.
Yeah, on the FAM.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
Right, so now, root for the heel at the Lob Mob. What are the three?
Max Omega is that deal.
What are the three best qualities of a great big man / monster Kaw? Let's just start off with that one.
I don't know. It's weird that he asked that because Michael is not that big, really. He's pretty much his average size.
Maybe compared to him is huge. You never know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He said top 3. I don't know.
I guess so.
I don't know. He's supposed to have a big height, big weight, and big shoes size. I guess. Yeah.
I would say, he has. Well, he doesn't necessarily have to be tall. Like, I would love to see a person that's like
bulky.
Like, I would love to see like a 5'5" person that weighs like 500 pounds. Just a big, massive ball of a man, and fucking, it's just like so like that. Something that
a cannonball.
Right, exactly. Because we all seen the 7'2" monster and shit. Like, we've seen the Robertos, we've seen the MKs, we've seen the fucking outcasts of the world. And Yeah, remember Outcast? Fucking throwback, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, the big Bronson,
Yeah,
the Bubba
yeah.
Bigums and shit like that. Shout out to them. Especially Bubba Bigums. I just love saying that, Bubba Bigums. But anyway, they're all big, huge guys and shit like that with messy hair, beards all over the fucking place and shit. And it's fine and whatever, except for MK. MK just looks like a fucking serial killer, and I fucking love it. But anyway, but I want to see something different where he's a monster at heart, not necessarily on stereotypical look. So I feel like if you really want to stand out as a monster, do something different than everybody else has done.
I also want to add that you need to make a proper moveset for a big guy, because I see a lot of people like not using proper moves, I guess. Just like if you're a big guy, you don't necessarily have to like fly all the time and everything.
Exactly. If you fucking weigh more than, let's say, if you weigh more than, I say 260 pounds, 250 pounds. This is even. If you weigh more than 250 pounds, you really shouldn't do any fucking springboards.
Yeah.
If you go on the top rope, maybe a body splash or an elbow drop. Nothing. Don't do a fucking Phoenix splash. I'll fucking slap the shit out of you. But you know what I'm saying? Leave that to the cruiserweights. I know it's a cool move. I know you want to get over, but be fucking realistic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just like you don't see somebody that's fucking 5'5", weighing 100 pounds, soaking wet, doing a fucking choke slam. It's just not gonna fucking work. Except for if you're the Hurricane, because that's his gimmick. He's a superhero.
Yeah.
Shit happens. But as long as it makes sense, that's the
yes.
point.
Yeah. I agree.
Now, what are the common mistakes that people make trying to get their big man and car over? Wow, we already said that with the moves and shit like that. But anything else you want to mention?
I don't know. I think they just should be built up properly, like in a story-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and also,
if you're a big guy, you should be destroying people, I guess.
Right. And then also, like, don't just regulate the strictly hardcore matches. I feel like, yeah, sure, that's the bread and butter of someone that wants to be vicious.
Roberto.
Right. Fuck you, Roberto. Meet me outside,
Yeah,
bitch.
fuck him. He eliminated me from the Royal Rumble in 2014.
You know what? Why don't you get on the fucking podcast and we talk about this shit, Roberto? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
Fuck you.
Anyway. Yeah. Fucking, and I fuck your bitch, motherfucker. Anyway, so, anyway, let me just get back to fucking real life.
Also, a question to you.
Yes, go for it.
Did you book the 2014 Royal Rumble for FAM?
That was a joint effort where it was me, Rom, and a bunch of other people that we were like, oh, who should come in certain orders and stuff like that. I think when it came down to eliminating, like who gets eliminated by who, I think Rom had something to do with that.
Okay, I'll talk to him later then.
Yeah, yes. Even if I did it, still talk to Rom. Don't talk to me about it. But the only thing I knew going in was that I was going to win. That was the first idea because we already had that discussion when I debuted. So yeah, that was like from day one. That was a USO day one ish.
It's H.
It's H, yes. But yeah, that was the last of the questions here. I think we reached the end of the podcast. Is there anything you want to plug, like your Twitter?
Yes,
Facebook,
follow
whatever?
me at Anarchymus. Follow me on YouTube. I don't do much there, but just follow me there.
Soon, maybe there will be some stuff.
Yeah, maybe yes. What else? Shout out to the catering crew. Shout out.
Waiting on my cupcakes, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to FAM. Check out Anniversary. I'm not sure if it's gonna be released when this podcast is released. So,
I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, check out FAM. I'm on this and I'm kicking people's asses.
Oh yes. And just stay the hell away from me because I don't want to die yet.
Yeah. Actually, we were in the same ring.
With the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Right, but you were focused more on Merk, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But it was all
you
good.
you got lucky, man.
Yeah, right. Just fucking shit. But anyway, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for the 525 Live podcast. I've been Sean Nova. This is Anarchymus. That's pretty much it. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Papa bless. Bye.